All right, so in this video, we're going to look at a post of mine that I put up that was responded to in a very sad way. There's no other way to say it. It's just a sad day, sad way of a response that was put up. And the funny thing is, I don't get it, man. I say it in the clip that you'll see, but I don't get it. I just don't get it. Let's watch that clip. Then we'll come back and we'll make a little comment, right? And so this is about nothing about Trump or anything like that, or BLM or anything, right? So I get a response. Chris actually agrees with me. Chris is a really good guy, man. I like Chris. He's a Trump, a MAGA, but I like him. Now this guy right here, he's like, aren't you white, Gregory? I know it's been a while but I think you were white. And I couldn't for the love, could not think why somebody would ask me that question. Right? I mean, if you're new to follow me on YouTube, and I keep laughing because all the love in you view, thank you for your support. But if you're watching this video for what other reason, I just don't understand. But know that this is the MAGA people. This guy here is exactly what MAGA is about. Okay? In my opinion, MAGA is about worshiping the false idol, the god Trump. That you cannot say anything bad about Trump, or you're somehow against Trump. You're somehow the enemy because you said something bad, and you can see that in Trump. Anybody who's ever issued truth about Trump has now all of a sudden become the enemy. So I wasn't sure. Neither was this guy Jim. Jim's really cool. I get along with Jim. And then he writes. So Paul writes back, my point is that I've seen his post, white privilege, or just say things about the white race in a negative context. I've seen so many times I wanted to ask, I just didn't understand why. And so I wrote back to him this right here. I said, first and foremost, why is the question on this post? He does answer that, but that's okay. And I said, hold on. So we were saying, so he writes back talking about, just say things about the whites right in context. And then Jim writes back, do you have some examples? There are examples. I absolutely believe that there's a thing called white privilege. And I believe white people, as you'll see, don't understand or refuse to examine themselves critically. I mean, I've been saying this for years. And that's what I just said. I said, what, I can't criticize people because I'm white? And because I don't point it out, I'm somehow not white. Because I point it out, I'm somehow not white. So apparently he writes back. And this is his answer. No, I don't think you're white for saying what you said. Bullshit. He says, it's wrong to do it, and you are being a traitor to your own people in order to stick up for theirs. And that's just something I find astonishing. Well, what I find astonishing, Paul, is the racist you are. My God. I'm left speechless. How in 2021 can someone be this ignorant to life in America? I first saw you doing it, seen you post several times, and it appears that you put them, who is them, ahead of us. Who is us? Gee, I just don't. All right, so anyway, so there you go. My ass, that's all nothing wrong. Okay, I just want to get there in case it somehow disappeared. We can talk more about this later. All right, guys. All right, so there you go, guys. As you can see, this is today. You can see that there's no response. I did not delete that response. I never delete responses. I leave them up or I hide them if they're racist. But I don't delete. It's my first indication of how serious somebody is about a topic is that if they don't allow comments on a video, I don't even bother watching the video because you told me all I need to know right there. You're not strong in your position. As far as this goes, it's sad. It's sad to know people like Paul exist it's sad that they've gotten the way they've gotten. Everybody knows that racism isn't something you're born into. It's not something you are. You're not born a racist. You're taught racism. And all kinds of circumstances can make a person become a racist. I have a feeling I know what Paul's reason for becoming a racist is. Maybe we'll talk about that in a different video. I don't feel right explaining my theories on how Paul became a racist. But he is. Let's deal with the fact that he is clearly a racist. It's sad. And I don't understand, as I said in the video, 2021. And here we are. We have an adult, a 40-some-year-old adult. I think he might, somewhere in that neighborhood. Anyway, to us versus them. If I say something about white privilege, I'm going against us. Don't include me in us, cause I don't want nothing to do with that party. That's your party with your monkeys. You deal with it. I don't want anything to do with it. The party I represent, or the race that I represent, is the human race, and I love all people. There's a group I obviously have an issue with, but even to them, my suggestion is talk to me. Open your mind up. Let's talk about it. That group's obviously the Trump MAGA group. Brian Oakey, a good friend, he sent me a calendar. It was a funny calendar, man. He's the reason why I don't delete MAGA. He's the reason why I don't delete Trump people that are friends on Facebook. I won't do it. I don't delete you because you're a Trump fan. I won't delete you because you're a Trump supporter. I won't. I will delete you because you're a racist. Brian once wrote that he's offended when people call Trump a racist. And to that I say, Brian, he is a racist. You support a racist. That doesn't make you racist. That doesn't make you racist. What Paul wrote, that makes people racist. I mean, that was pure racism at its purest. That is pure racism, pure. I mean, it's just, I'm surprised I didn't detect Paul being that way sooner. But I guess it took something like a Cuomo post to get him going. All right, guys, I don't want to go too long. It's simply put, I don't have time for racists. I can't deal with that, in the sense that if they don't want to learn, I don't have time for it. If you want to learn, talk to me. MAGA people, Trump supporters are being lied to by everywhere they look. The echo chamber that is Fox News, AON, Newsmax, Trump. You're buying a lie and you believe it. There was no election fraud. There was no election fraud. Right-wing violence, just to be, that we're on the same page here. Right-wing violence in 2018, domestic terrorism. 50 of the 50 people murdered because of domestic terrorism were killed by right-wing people. Okay, 2019, 42 domestic terrorism murders, 38 of them by right-wing. In the past 15 years, 79% of all violence caused because of domestic terrorism has been right-wing. There is no left-wing equivalent to white supremacy, the Proud Boys, the Oath Keepers, Trump, and MAGA. There's no comparison. Antifa is the fight against fascists. It's just mind-boggling. But I still will open up a line of communication to talk to those people, to tell them, Paul, talk to me, brother. Talk to me. Tell me why you're the way you are. Let's work it out. You've got to understand, it's not us versus them. It's people who are racists, who don't understand we're all together in this. Once the skin goes, once we're all just bones in the dirt, you really can't tell by looking who is black, who is white, who is Latino. It's just bones in the dirt. All right. Hopefully this video was educational to somebody out there. Hopefully you liked it. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one.